Hello, guys. 30 minutes. Got 30 minutes. Just got back home from sushi, a few beers, and a cheeky ice cream. I ran into a kid that I coach and his family. That was nice. They also gave me some ice cream cake. So much love to Chris, who's leaving back to Los Angeles tomorrow. It's been an incredible 6 weeks. And until February, baby. So I'm doing this quick live now. Being a busy boy today. Oh my word, 4 in the live, 1 like, 41. I'll explain why that's so big later. And recently, people have been saying to me that they can't believe that I have a following as small as it is, and don't know how to respond to that, because it's like, it's not that small. And they're like, yeah, but for what you do and how consistent you are and the things you predict and your sports picks. So I'm going to make a point here of course, there's people in this community who are coding every day in Discord groups, in Twitter groups, every day, all day, every day. They're online coding between each other, and they're not hitting more than 50% a month, which is fine. But to give your life to it, to dedicate your life to coding and obsessing over it, to hit 1 out of 2, I don't understand it. But if it brings you joy, God bless you. 8 in the live, 2 likes for today's date. Hey, Devil's Playground, I can't be too loud tonight, because it's like, wow, it's 10:31 here, or you're 131. So my last 11 baseball picks I've got correct, 11 out of 11 in baseball. And I'm 16 out of 22 since I set up my website. Much love to Gabriel for doing that. Oh my God, as I talk about my website, 7 in the live, 3 likes, and my website went live on 7/3. Tomorrow's Brady's birthday, which will be a month after my website went live, and I wouldn't have a website if it wasn't for Gabriel. So thank you. I know I keep saying thank you to you, and you told me that you think it was like divine intervention, that God made it happen, why you came across my work and why you set up my website and why we're connected and how I lived in Colorado and how you're from Colorado and all those beautiful things. But since I got into coding with sports, I just want to say this before people think this is just the illusion going on about how good he is. I want to thank God for giving me this knowledge. And you may say, no, you acquired it yourself, Adam. You researched it, you acquired it, you put in the hours. I want to thank God for giving me this knowledge where a guy from England is able to predict baseball games, NBA games, NHL games, championships, and do this day after day, predict scores, who's going to hit home runs, who's going to score. And then there's ignorant people who have no idea what's going down in these sports, who are just losing money every day and energy. So yeah, I'll say thank you to God, and I don't know why I'm so connected to Kobe Bryant, but wait till you hear this code here for why I had the Braves to beat Philadelphia and how perfect this code is. Again, as I'm talking about Kobe, 11 in the live, 3 likes, 113. And in the game, Philadelphia got 1 run and the Braves got 13, like 113. And I actually told a friend that it's probably going to finish that scoreline, and it did. Just like I said, Super Bowl 56 at halftime would finish 2023. All the other stuff that I've called so many times. So you will understand. I love that. I love that play on words. I am getting there. I like Devil's Playground left me a comment, and he was like, he knows how far I've come. He's not on about sports decos, like with my spiritual journey, because he went through his before me, like a lot of people did. And I've got nothing but love and respect for him. We've had some amazing phone calls. The energy, the knowledge that we shared with each other, we both learned from each other. That's what it's all about. I was actually speaking to a girl today called Yvonne. Much love, Yvonne. I used to teach her when she was in 11th and 12th grade. And now she's probably in her mid-20s or something like that, or early 20s, and she works movie production or within television. And she was always really religious. And I remember asking me, like, do you believe in God, Mr. Adam? I was like, no. Do you believe in Jesus? No. And that was about 6 months ago when we met. And I sent her the poem that I wrote today, which I wrote in 5 minutes. And people were like, no, you didn't. I was like, I did. I write this stuff in 5 minutes. It's the Holy Spirit within me. And then I made it in a song, like shortly after. First take. And I ain't a musician. People go, yeah, you are. No, I don't claim to be a musician. I never wanted to be a musician. It's just creativity. And the creator loves that. He loves creativity. And she couldn't believe when I was sending her audios, because we were going back and forth, my knowledge of the Bible, of Revelation, of end times. She said, I agree with everything you say, and this is incredible how much you've learned. She said you're meticulous and you love to study, but what you know in the space of like a few months, it blew her head off. And the only thing we disagreed on was, I said you don't have to go to church to find Jesus. And she said, oh my word, 13 alive, 4 likes, Kobe's last ever game. I'll get into that as well. Wow, this is crazy. Hey, Joseph. Gabriel, much love to you. Yeah, I'm 74%. I keep talking about 74. Now 14 alive, 4 likes. That's my birthday and my dad's birthday. And now there's 1,440 minutes in a day. So going back to Yvonne, she was saying, now you got to go to church, and because you're around like-minded people, you can share each other's stories and you can get closer. And she was like, when we do go to heaven, we're going to be with each other. And I was like, you don't have to go to church to get close to Jesus and God. And she was like, you should try it out. And I'm very dead against the church and religion. But I guess if I am around people who are like-minded and I can sit down, like tonight, she's gone to Bible study. My God, guys, I would have mocked anybody. If one of my mates said, I can't go out tonight, I'm going to Bible study, I would have ridiculed them when I had that huge ego and thought I was like the big man on campus. Like, Bible study, are you kidding me? What a joke. And now it's something I'm considering. I want to learn as much about the Bible and Revelation as I can whilst I'm here. Check your email when you get a chance, but okay, I'll check it after this. You absolutely do not need to go to church to get close to God. Plus, not all churches are created equal. I just believe the church has been infiltrated. But there's something very peaceful when you go to church, but I think they're being infiltrated from top to bottom, unfortunately. Yeah, I saw Vince Scully dead by the numbers. I think there's a lot of traps going on. He's connected to the Dodgers and Russell's connected to the Celtics. I think there's a lot of traps. What I try and tell people, don't get on the bandwagon when a celebrity dies who is affiliated with a franchise, thinking, well, that's a sacrifice for this team to win it. That's not how it works. The better you get at this, it's not how it works. Lucifer will trick you by design. So I'm going to go through this code now, and anyone who's been on my website from the beginning know that this is the level of code. I would say this is one of my average codes, and it will still blow your mind. So thanks for all the positive comments from people on my website. If people did sign up at the beginning and took all my picks and they were smart, they'd have enough now to pay for the next year or two of this website. And I was speaking to Gabriel, and I was speaking to Jay Soul today. Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you. And I was speaking to Jay Soul today, and I sent him my codes. He was like, geez. And getting a compliment from him it's not an achievement, but it's when you know you've done something very good. It's like with my dad. My dad complimented me. I told you when I played football, Adam, you scored 4, but you probably should have had 6. But Dad, I got 4 and we won 5-1. Yeah, but you should have had 6, but well done. I was like, okay, well done. Jeez. And Jay Saul was like, you better know your worth, Adam. You better know your worth. Gabriel called me today. Okay. Very passionate guy, as is Jay Saul. Jay Saul's more calm, and actually, Gabriel's very calm but very passionate. Like me, although I can be intense, as you know. But he was like, you better know your worth. And Gabriel's like, you better be getting to 600 members. I was like, 600? I'm not sure about that. Why not? Why not? It's like, nobody's doing better work than you. Nobody in this community is doing better work than you on a regular basis with the content you put out, with your hit rate, the variety of content, all that. I was like, you're right. And then I started looking. I ain't going to say any names because there's no point doing that. It is what it is. It's their journey. It's in a competition. But I was looking at other people's Patreons who have hundreds and hundreds of Patreons. I'm like, well, how? They don't do anything. And the hit rate's like not even 50%. Why do people support them? Why don't they just do it themselves at that point? But I'm just going to keep pushing. Gabriel was kind of saying that my expectations are too low, which yes and no, maybe. Yes and no. And Jay Saul was really like, you better start. Like, Jay Saul was like furious that I'm still charging $10. He said it was like a silly move. He's like, why would you do that for what you do? $10 for a month? I just got an ice cream. It cost me $6, something like that. Sushi, Chris paid for it, and the bill was about $80. Like, oh my God, that's like 8 months of sacred knowledge. But anyway, let me get into this code so you know exactly what I'm talking about with what I do. Braves versus Philly. I like the Braves in a Kobe Bryant riddle, as Kobe was born in Philly and his numbers sync up here for the Braves to beat Philly. This was also connected to Hank Aaron, who died on 122, who played for the Braves. And Kobe's highest scoring game, his 666 game, was on 122, where the Lakers got 122 points, satanic 122. But this is an average code for what I've been doing. And my average codes, to be honest, pretty much destroy most people's best codes. So the starting pitcher for the Braves was drafted 126 pick. Kobe died on 126. Gianna Bryant gets you 126. The Braves took a 5-1 lead. Gianna Bryant was born on 5-1. This was Philly's 126 game on 8-2. The game was a span of 126 days before the Phillies pitcher's birthday. 126 days is 4 months and 4 days. And he just dropped to 4-4 in his career. Okay, 4-4. Who died on 4-4, guys? Martin Luther King. Where was he born? Atlanta, Georgia. 4-4. All right, 126 days. 126 days, guys. It's 4 months and 4 days. And this, as soon as I saw this record that the Braves could get, and they could do it against Philadelphia, where Kobe was born, I was like, this is pretty much hitting. And well done to the people who messaged me. Philly took a 1-0 lead. They lost 13-1. All right, 113, the number I always talk about with Kobe, 113. But the Braves went down 1-0, and then they were pretty much even money multiple times because they had a look. And people got on them at even money. That's the thing. In something like baseball, one hit, you can go from even money to like minus 500. One hit, one home run. Okay? And when I used to bet, because I don't, and people don't understand because of my hit rate, which is 74% right now, you'd have so much more money, Adam. Yeah, but I'd have way less energy. I won't be doing these. Have you noticed how many more live streams I do? How I'm making music and writing poetry and coaching and all of that because I'm not betting anymore. 15 in the live, 5 likes. That's when Kobe Bryant got inducted. Wow. Of course it is. Of course it is, because the numbers always sync up with me. So the Braves became 63-41 for the season. Those two numbers enormous with Kobe. Kobe retired in 2016. The Phillies pitcher, remember Kobe was born in Philly, was drafted 2016. 2016 is the 63rd triangular number. All right, so that made sense. And people go, well, they could have got that at any time. Well, not really. They were playing the Phillies, where Kobe was born in Philadelphia. And the Braves get the 63rd season win, and their pitcher became 6-3 this season with a win. All right, 6-3. The pitcher goes 6-3 as the Braves get their 63rd win of the season. Kobe, born in Philadelphia, retired in 2016. 2016, the 63rd try. Yesterday, I had Cleveland Guardians to win, heavily connected to 2016, because that's the year that LeBron won the NBA with his hometown Cleveland Cavaliers. And the 41, which, again, my first ever video was about Kobe Bryant. And I lived in Los Angeles. I've told you, I lived in Los Angeles. I used to go watch him. My next door neighbor was Blake Griffin. And this documentary that my friend wants to make about me, I think it's going to honestly be epic. My story, man. Get it out there. Not for my ego. I don't need my ego being caressed anymore like I used to. So the Braves stayed on 41 losses for the season. That's why they went up 4-1. I've got screenshots of all of this. I put it on Twitter. They went up 4-1, and I just giggled to myself. Of course they went up 4-1 and stayed on 41 losses, and Kobe Bryant equals 41, and he died at age 41, and LA in Gematria equals 41. And I believe the first day of the year should be April the 1st, which is 4-1. Skull and Bones, 41. Kobe's numbers all sync up with Skull and Bones. And the Phillies just got their 41st road loss on 8-2. 37, just an enormous number. Enormous number. It's the 12th prime. We know your Brady's number 12, your Aaron Rodgers number 12. It's just a huge number, 37. And the Braves got their 37th home season win. Braves in Gematria is 37. Bryant is 37. Los Angeles is 37, where Kobe spent his career. Philly's 37th. The Braves got their 37th win at home on 8-2. Bryant in Gematria gets you 82. It's crazy. The Georgia Guidestones, Georgia, remember, guys, Martin Luther King, born in Atlanta, Georgia, died 4-4. The picture here dropped to 4-4. And the Georgia Guidestones were erected on the 82nd day of the year. And this day, 8-2. I knew yesterday was about Kobe because it was 8-1. Kobe Bean Bryant, 81, and his highest scoring game was 81 points. And it wasn't a coincidence. Again, I've took a screenshot that at one point in this game, the score was 8-1 to the Braves. 8-1. Like, I'm telling you, what I'll say with my coding, God bless God, is all I'm going to say about that. Because the codes I do, I call the game. I don't just say this team, I don't say Braves money line. They can get 63-41. I go deep every single day. And that's why people have so much confidence in my codes, even when they're down. Because they believe the code. And as I was driving to go meet my friends for sushi, I got stuck at a traffic light, and all those 37s, and I've got a photo of this as well. The taxi in front of me, as I was talking about the code to Jay Sol and I sent him the photo, a huge 37. A huge 37. It's my birthday next year, by the way. It's my birthday next year. 37, I'll turn. Now, the Phillies pitcher wears number 57. I always tell you that Kobe ended his NBA career 5-7 in NBA Finals. So, of course, they had to have the Phillies pitcher wear number 57. And we've got Super Bowl 57 coming up. I think I've decoded the winner of that. I feel really strongly about it. The Braves pitcher became 7-3 in his career. Well, 73 is the 21st prime. And the Braves stayed on 21 home losses exactly 21 days before Kobe's birthday. And Kobe in Gematria gets you 21. Okay? Oh my word, guys. 15 in the live, 7 likes. Kobe Bryant gets you 157 and he died a span of 157 days after his birthday. And my name's 157, which is the 37th prime. I should have mentioned that actually. Kobe Bryant's 157, the 37th prime. Didn't need it. The team won 13-1. And I'm going to say this to a couple of people out there who try and test me. And I don't know why they're trying to do it. They're playing with fire by doing that, which is fine. But listen to this. People always go, oh, you coded a favorite. They keep their mouth shut when you get underdogs, which I've got multiple underdogs. But when you get a favorite, they go, oh, you coded a favorite. Great job. Well, listen, baby. Listen carefully. The Mets just got hammered by the Nationals. The Mets were minus 400 to win. They got hammered. The Yankees were favorites to beat Seattle. They got hammered 6-3 for another 63. Okay? A lot of favorites tonight. Astros got beat. So when people come out and say, oh, you called a favorite, well done, or you called Ronaldo to score, or you called Messi to score, what, even money? It's very naive when you say that, because if you think just favorites win, we'd all be living in a nice house right now. Every time you bet, and you bet on a favorite, it's like favorites always win. It's very naive. So again, to you guys out there who don't have any knowledge about this, and I'm pretty sure you bet on the Mets. I'm pretty sure you bet on the Yankees because they should win. But that's not how it works. It's the code. All right? It's the code. It's simple. Charge more. In reality, all right? Because I'm speaking to more content creators now. And I'm looking at people's patrons. I never cared before. I was like, I focused on my work, my community. And I'm seeing people charge loads of people for live streams, charging them. They're making enough money to be okay just off live streams. I don't charge anyone for live streams. I put out sports picks, high level, 74%. April, I was 94. Most of the time, I'm over 60. I do that, a variety of sports. I make music. I write poetry. I try and get you closer to God. I can make you laugh. I can discuss really controversial topics. I make predictions day in, day out. I'll share so much sacred knowledge. You can talk to me about anything. You want to talk to me about mythology? Let's go. You want to talk about wrestling? Let's go. You want to talk about the transgender agenda? Let's go. You want to talk about all the wars? Let's go. Demons? Let's go. God, Satan, sports, music, whatever it is, I provide it for you. And again, like when I go out and buy stuff, like I said, like I go get an ice cream and you spend like $5, or you get a coffee and you spend $6, and coffee and a cookie, $10. It's like, and what I provide every day as well. People go, how do you post 10, 11, 12 posts a day? Guys, there's people that are charging hundreds of dollars and posting 5 times a month. So maybe I don't know, maybe I am limiting myself for the amount of knowledge that I have. But I have this thing in my head that I don't need to be rich. I don't need to be greedy. But on the other hand, I do believe for what I offer and how many times I go live and how much videos I do and I respond to every comment and every message, to be making like $1,000 a month, you might go, wow, that's incredible. To be making $1,000 a month, because I don't bet anymore. But is it incredible? I can make a lot more working in a school, but I do this because it's my true passion right now, and I truly feel like it is my calling. But yeah, am I getting a bit frustrated at the fact that I do so much for this community? Sometimes, only rarely do I get frustrated when I do all of this, and still people leave comments and go, "Oh, da, 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 you don't know anything." It's like, what do you mean I don't know anything? It's a load of nonsense there. The Phillies dropped to 29-23 away. That primes down to 10-9, like 109. Los Angeles is 109. And today, guys, was 26 weeks and 6 days after the 2-year anniversary of Kobe's death. Kobe was drafted 26-6, just like LeBron James, Pope Francis, the 266th Pope. And this was the Braves' 134th game on August the 2nd. And when did Kobe retire? He retired 13-4. So the code again, and then it finishes 113. Kobe Bryant 113. Drafted round 1, pick 13, 113. NBA debut November the 3rd, 113. Wrote a poem called Dear Basketball, 113. The National Basketball Association's 113. Coronavirus was declared a global pandemic on 113. The US election was on 113. All right. All the 113s, and the score had to finish 113. Which I told a friend. I was like, I won't be shocked if this ends 113. He was like, really? You think they'll get that many runs? I was like, it doesn't shock me in this sport. It's ridiculous. Truly ridiculous. Let me go back to okay. Dodgers won. I told my friend Andy that the Yankees would lose. A bit frustrated I didn't post it. Said the Yankees are losing this. And they did. Oh, they lost 8-6 actually. 6-8. 6-8. Kanye West birthday. I just did a video live about him. That's hilarious in itself. So the Braves, well, in the 5th inning, they got 6 runs, like 56. And at one point, they were up 9-1, which is the 13th triangular number. Gianna died at 13, LA's 13, and they finished with 13 runs. Wow. Just scandalous. It really is. So I'm just doing this day in, day out, and I ain't saying that I'm going to get everything right all the time. I might go on a bad run. I don't know. I'm 2 for 2 this month. It is what it is. That's good. But yeah, I don't know what else. Like, do me a favor, guys. Like, here, give me a bit of advice before I go to bed. I keep doing these codes, and people are like, oh, whatever. I've noticed recently that the views on my videos and lives are dropping dramatically. And logically, it makes no sense. Wow, 17 alive, 9 lights, 179, the 41st prime for Kobe. My goodness. It makes no sense why I'm getting significantly less views, like 50% less, when my work's the best it's ever been. And I get messages daily saying, I've just subbed to you. So what can I do to make my work better? Gabriel said, you need to do more collaborations with people. And I was like, wait, I set up a live with Joseph, who I have loads of respect for, which was amazing. I set up a live with Lobo. I set up a live with Hide and Seek TV, with Chigozi, with J Soul, with Red Pill Monkey. Like, I did all of that. People didn't come to me. It's like, do you guys have any idea on who else the Illusion can collab with? Like, people say you and Mag, my best two YouTubers. Bam, he's my favorite by a country mile. I think he's incredible. He never shows his face, which is fine. But if I could speak to Mag Bitter Truth with our knowledge combined and our personalities, that would be like incredible. But do you guys have any suggestions? I've gone with Zach, I think, but for about 20 minutes. I don't want to ever do that again, although at the time it was good. Any idea? Any idea? Personally, I pay $100 a month to a gentleman on Patreon currently. His current hit rate is a little lower than Adam's, by the way. Well, that's shocking. If you're paying $100, that's 10 times what I'm charging you. And does he just post sports picks or a range of things? Guys, we got 19 alive, 9 likes. Brady drafted 199th pick. Yeah, with Mag would be exceptional, but maybe there's people on YouTube or Patreon that Devil's Playground I've spoken with. That was great. Probably need to do another one with him. Now I have a better internet connection. So yeah, is there anyone in this community, anyone that I'm not aware of that I should reach out to and chat with, and maybe my audience will grow and theirs will at the same time? Like, after Hide and Seek TV spoke with me, he gained like 300 subs, and it might not sound like a lot, but it is. I was so happy for him. He deserves it. Bobby Zines. Okay. I'm going to write this down because I don't know who that is. Where's the pen? Let me get a pen because I'm intrigued to speak to different people. Because I can talk about anything with anyone. Bobby Zines. I'll look into this person. What about Donut? I'm not sure he's open to collaboration, but maybe he is. Maybe I don't know if he's aware of the Illusion. Maybe Donut. He does some good work. This is Donut. Mag. The problem is, like, people like Mag, they don't give out the email, which is understandable. Probably get bombarded with emails. I get bombarded with them, and I'm nowhere near as popular as Mag. You're waiting for Donut to ask you, Joseph? I'm going to put Joseph again, parenthesis, Devil's Playground again, because he has a phenomenal mind and he's funny. We did have a great call, brother Joseph. I'll never forget that call. It was truly amazing. For the labor is worthy of his hire. Luke chapter 10. Excellent. Monk made maniacs. Like, I hope these are like legit people. You're not just having banter with me. Monk made maniacs for your triple M. All right. I'll check out these. I just want to. I don't really, I don't watch TV. I don't own a TV, but the only people I watch are Mag, like I said, Joseph, Lobo, sometimes Devil's Playground when he posts. I think, is that it? Hide and Seek TV. I love his stuff. I think I want some fresh blood as well. Chigozi. I always try and be creative and versatile with my content. Maybe I need to just stop. Do I need a production? Do I need like what Lobo has, this big ass production, which is amazing because he studied it all? It's incredible. Are you a bit fed up of just looking at the Illusion sat in his leather chair with the same background and shitty clothes on when he's half asleep? Are you fine with that? Or do you want more of a production? I don't know if that is who I am anymore. But I'm open to ideas here. Like what more can I do is what I'm trying to say. And when I say all the things I do, I ain't lying, am I? When I say I do this, this, and this consistently, I'm not lying. I back up what I say. I always speak my truth to you. What can I do differently? Why am I staying? Yeah, Arcex. Yeah, definitely. I should have mentioned that channel. I watch it. Nice poem. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, Devil's Playground. I know. I'm very grateful. We'll sort that out. Yeah, Lobo. I really love Lobo, and we're going to do another one. I'm writing down who I can collaborate with because I'm trying to get in my head, and I know that I'm restricted. It's so obvious at this point. Why they're keeping me on 5.39? Do they not want me to get to that 5.4 because I've got so many riddles for 54? So does it even matter? Like whatever content I put out, are they going to just keep me on a certain number anyway? How can I get more members on my website? I gave up my teaching job. I had 303. Now I only have 100, which I'm grateful for. So grateful for. But how do I get back the ones that I lost? A lot of them probably don't even know I have a website. I'm just trying to think, like, for me, not selfishly or obsession with money. You know, I ain't like that. 17 alive, 12 likes, Pope's birthday. But I just think, like, people keep saying the work you put out, you need to be heavily rewarded for the energy you are giving to people every single day. You need to be rewarded. And I am being rewarded. And people that listen to me and like me, and some people pay me. Like, no, Adam. It's like if I just did this right now and I didn't coach you anything, as of right now, I'd be making $12,000 a year for what I'm doing. That's not enough for me to even like function here where I live. But so okay, and Lobo again. That's definitely going to happen. I want to collaborate with people who are also not into gematria, where they're going to come across the illusion, who's going to blow their head off. Again, not for the ego, where I want to introduce a fan base to this knowledge. I don't just want to speak to gematria people. It's like, all right, he's another good one. Oh, he's cool. You had a good connection. I want somebody who's calling things out but has no idea about this code, because I could really help them and they could really help me. Production has its place. The thing is, your content is second to none. I appreciate that, but does it need more of a production? Or is that part of why people like me? That I just cruise up and I don't have a plan and I don't have a set time, I don't have a radio station, and I don't have big ass intro. Is that part of the appeal? Oh no. They kept me on 39 for a week. I've only gained 30 subs in the last 2 weeks. They are definitely messing with us. Wow, 139, the 34th prime. Freemasonry 139. Yeah, so it's happening to you as well, Joseph. But the problem is when you tell the average Joe that, hey, they're restricting me, it's why my channel's not growing, the initial response is, what an excuse. That's where they get us. I'm going off people messaging me day in, day out. I've just subbed. My sister and sister's boyfriend just subbed to you. All this stuff. I told my football team about you. They said they're all going to sub to you. It's like, where are they going, these subs? And why are so many people leaving me? Why would you leave me at this point with what I'm doing? They're not. People are not leaving me. Does this happen to you, Joseph, where people say, hey, I never got the notification you're going live? I never had that problem before. I get it every day now. Bro, why didn't you tell me you're going live? Did you not get a notification? No, I never get them anymore. That ain't my fault. That's not my fault why you're not getting them, is it? So I now literally, certain people, because I really like them, I have to say, hey, Joey, I'm going live. Clow, I'm going live if you want to check it out. Svali, I'm going live. Durell, I'm going live. Because they want me to tell them. Chuck, I'm going live. It's like Napoleon Hill. He slaved away for years, minimum reward, but it was after all the 25 years until he bared the fruits of his labor. That's what I mean. Maybe I do need to be really patient with it. Maybe I do have to be patient with it. Or, like I said to Gabriel, everything's meant to be. So if I'm on 100 right now, if I stay on 100 for the whole of the month, if I'm putting out this level of content, working my ass off to promote myself now, which I never used to do, and I stay on 100, it's meant to be, isn't it? If I get to 300, it's meant to be. I'm kind of at that point in my life where it's like, okay, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Like when I went out for sushi with Chris, I got there early, very punctual guy, and I saw the parents and the kid of a kid that I coached, and then I took a break for a few weeks from that age group for the summer. And he was so excited to see me. He ran up to me. It was like I was his dad. And they gave me some ice cream cake. And they're like, "Can we set up a private with you next week? Get some kids." I was like, "All right, yeah, let's do it." And there's always going to be work for me if this doesn't work out, which it should work out for what I'm doing. Shadow ban. Nobody gets notified when you go live either. I have 14,000 subs, so I get 15. That's a great point. That's a great point. Yeah. I got 17 right now, which I guess is a strange time. But Joseph has 14,000 subs and he's getting 50 people in his live. And he's got 14,000. And let me make a really big point here. I posted this on my website. There's a channel that has an immense amount of following. All right, let me find it because I posted it. Where is it? Yeah, YouTube is a joke post. So there's a channel that was basically pushing trans and saying 10 transgender heroes, and it had 8.52 million subs, and I can't even get 6,000. This was a whole 30-minute presentation about why we should idolize trans. And it has 8.52 million subs, which it doesn't have because it's the algorithm. A lot of the comments are even bots. Okay. And the ones that are criticizing it are always right at the bottom of the page. So again, it's just obvious. Whatever the mainstream push, avoid. If there's big ass platforms and they have millions of viewers, then you know you're being played. So I tell people every day, and they still go at me, that you're getting played by Joe Rogan. No, he's actually a good guy. Some of his guests are great. Like you simply can't get millions. You might be able to get 30,000, 40,000, whatever. When it gets to that point with like Rogan, Russell Brand, and those type of people, if they were a real threat to the elite parasites, they wouldn't have that following. It's nonsense. Okay, that's a great idea. Shorter videos. That's why everyone's telling me to go on TikTok, but I just refuse. Shorter videos, attractive theme. Yeah, I think I need to think about how I word my titles as well. Like the NFL is rigged. Boom, almost 10,000 views. My most popular video. The NFL is rigged, and I'll prove it. Shorter videos. Okay, I like that. Thank you, John. You always say good vid. So I'm shadow banned. Okay. I can't. Anna, they don't let you talk about the thing that you just said. They don't let you do videos about that. I wish I could, but I ain't getting suspended again, which is outrageous in itself. Out of the blue today, I got a whole screen asking me to rate your video. I watched live last night, so they're even monitoring us watching. I didn't rate it because it's some kind of trap. What? They asked you to rate my video? My video or your YouTube experience? Or my... Why did they just freeze me? Did you just realize that I just froze as we were talking about censorship and having to rate my video? Did you notice I just froze, guys? Are they just proving a point that we can do whatever we want to? Are they listen to everything I say? Am I a threat? I am a threat to them, aren't I? Stuff I'm exposing politics, I'm exposing all pro sports, the music industry, the Hollywood industry, pharmaceutical industry. I'm calling it out. They no wonder they shadow ban me. What's your opinion, Gabriel? Always intrigued. Yeah, I froze. That was me acting. So keep them coming, guys. And I don't mind you constructive feedback. I ain't a guy who's going to get upset. But what more can I do? What more can I do? I hope the people that are with me stay with me till the day I die. I'm pretty sure the majority are going to be with me. The ones that have signed up already. They're with me for the long haul. They're with me for what I've done and how I've affected their life, and I'll continue to do it. I say this about, I think honestly, it's actually funny, but I would say at this point, only maybe 15% of the people on my website are there for the sports, and I'm killing the sports. So I'm like, oh God, man, I wish I had 303 people like doing well. But then on the other hand, I don't really want sports to be the main focus. I 100% don't want that. So Gabriel also told me that Illusion, you're going to have people that love you for you, but there's going to be so many that come just for sports. They want to win money. The economy's crashing. They're struggling. They want to win money. So they're going to come to you, who's one of the very best at doing it. And I was like, yeah, but I don't want those people coming. And he's like, well, then that's a lot of people you're not going to get. Oh, that's a shame. A guy just messaged me. He had the Nationals to win and the Cardinals, and he needed the Astros to win, and he lost. So he pulled out an unbelievable code on the Nationals. As far as I'm aware, the Cardinals cruised it, and then the Astros lost 2-1, so he's lost, despite 2 out of 3. Parlays will destroy you. They'll destroy you. So I do like a pick a day. The Braves, you could have got them at even money, and they won 13-1. Red Pill Monkey just messaged me saying he loved the song that I made. And parlays are really tricky. They're a real trap. It's hard enough to get one pick. That's the reality. So the reason I can look at this from the one pick perspective is when I was betting $1.5 grand, $2,000 on one pick, I was like, geez, I just need one pick. Like, this is the illusion here, man. I used to get 4 out of 4 in the beginning. And I was like, oh my God, that's exhausting. Or 5 out of 6 you'd get, or 6 out of 7. And I'm not doing that anymore. But when you're betting big, you have to realize, guys, that there's people betting tens of thousands of dollars. So if there's a team that's minus 200, all right, and there's a guy putting 20 grand on them, super lock, they're going to win 20 grand to win 10, big money. And there's people doing this daily all over the world, 20 grand, 40 grand, 60 grand on one team. It ain't as easy as you think for one team to hit. Especially like even money. People putting 30 grand on even money to win 30 grand. They don't just give it away. And again, if you did a parlay today and be honest with yourself, I bet you put the Mets in it. I bet the Mets ruined it. And then you're angry and pissed off and like, why did I put in a minus 400? It made no sense. La di da di da di da di da di da di da. See, Padres won 13-5. That was all connected to Kobe as well, who got accused of raping Colorado. They won 3-5. He was inducted the 135th day of the year. Kobe Bean Bryant's won 3-5. And he won 135 playoff games, and he got 40 points 135 times. And that game was connected to Kobe. Padres didn't have much value. And I wanted to say this as well. It's funny, the Diamondbacks won 6-3. I had the Guardians to beat them yesterday. Oh, really? You got Cleveland to beat the Diamondbacks. Good job, Illusion. Well, they just got beat 6-3 by the Diamondbacks, so keep your mouth shut. Oh, well, yeah, well, nothing, hey? What you got to say? This is what I mean. It's pretty hilarious. Keep coming with this. Do you want just geometric mysticism and revolution things? No. That's why I'm asking you. I think the best thing I am gifted with right now is revelation. Studying it inside out, and I'm connecting the dots because it's playing out. But I have to acknowledge that there'll be a lot of people watching my work that don't believe in God, that don't believe in revelation, that have no knowledge of it, and they're going to get shut off. So when I found God and Jesus and this knowledge and studied biblical verses and all of that, it may have turned a lot of people off from me. Because I was just the lad who could code sports, and that's all he talked about. And it's a big shift what I'm talking about now. Many people love it and say it's inspirational what I do. Other people are like, why are you talking about God? God doesn't exist. Why are you wasting your energy talking about God? Just tell me who's going to win the World Series. And I'm like, really? Really? Care more about the World Series than God? Yeah, it seems to be the case. Most people that I've spoken to. I do parlays, but only 2 games at a time and no more. Well, I think two is justifiable. But my mate Andy today, he said, you know what, I'm going to do Mets and Braves. I was like, don't do the Mets. And then he tried to bet and he couldn't bet. The app didn't let him do it. I was like, it's meant to be, just don't. I was like, the Braves code's really good. I'm not sure about the Mets. And he even said, you know what, I think the Mets is a trap. Yet he was still going to put them on a parlay. Why do people do that? Gabriel said, you got to listen to your gut. He said to me, Illusion, I think the Mets are a trap today. I think they might get beat. And he's a huge Mets fan. And we both have the Mets for the World Series, which we've been talking about for about 3 months. And people go, no way, Mets now. They just got beat by the Nationals. Like it means anything. And he also made a really good point because Andy's really smart. He's on my website. I think everyone on my website, to be honest, that I interact with, I actually learn from, which helps me a lot. And he was like, look what happened last year. He kind of speaks like this. He's very serious, a serious tone. He's like, I'll tell you something, Adam. Look what happened last year. Everybody was on the Yankees, was on the Dodgers, was on the Astros. Nobody was on the Atlanta Braves. And he was like, that's what's going to happen now with the Mets. Everyone's on the Yankees. Everyone's on the Dodgers. Everyone's on the Astros again. And then boom, Mets. Kind of under the radar, although they're having a good season. Kind of under the radar. You say the Mets are going to win? No way. Nah, no way. Mets are going to bottle it. The Mets will bottle it, and maybe they will. But what I'm getting at, people are already saying the Yankees have got it. They ain't coming off 27. They're not winning it, the Yankees. They ain't coming off 27 when you understand that number. They're not coming off 27 World Series wins, in my opinion. I don't care if the big favourites, because big favourites don't always win. We'd all be rich. And the Yankees are like plus 300 to win the World Series. You can get plus 300 on a daily pick. All right. What were the Nationals today? Plus 285. So if you would have gone on the Nationals today, you would have got almost the same amount of money back as the Yankees winning the World Series. My eyes are hurting. Wow, my eyes are really stinging. It's because I've been writing my book today. I did a live. Oh, my eyes are stinging. I can't barely see. He gets into numerology, religion, spirituality, occultism, and sacred geometry, etc. It would be dope to see you in his live. Who's this, bro? The Spiritual Servant. I like that name. That's a great name. The Spiritual Servant. That'd be awesome. I already like him. I would say collaborations and ask your people to share your stuff. Guys, let me ask you this question. And again, you do what you want. It's your life. How many of you share my work? Like, how many of you get my live and put it on your social media? Say, guys, check out this guy. Pretty interesting. Do any of you do it? Because imagine Gabriel had in his head, he was like, you have over 5,000 subs. All you need is 10% of them to support you and give you, he calls it like a measly $10. And for a lot of people, it is measly. Other people, it's actually significant money. Depends. Is that you just need 10% of your followers to support your website, and that's 500 people paying you $10. I was like, it's not that easy. He was like, why not? You're telling me you don't have a loyal fan base of at least 10% that would support you? I was like, it doesn't seem to be that straightforward. I think I do have like a loyal fan base who support me and are in the lives and appreciate my work, but it doesn't mean they're going to give me $10. And I actually told him this. I was like, it's weird how people's mindset is with $10 and what they're willing to spend it on. So if you order a pizza, you don't care, $10, whatever. Got the movies, $10, whatever. When you're giving it to somebody like me, people feel really weird about it. And they do. And I know when I was younger, I felt weird about like paying and supporting people online. But now I understand why people do it and why I did it until I realized I wasn't getting anything out of the people I was supporting. Sanchez, Pro Sanchez TV. Okay. I really need to get these people's email addresses. I saw Andy's comment on the Sky Sports interview bid with Harry Kane and Sonny put deceivers. Brilliant. These people are deceivers. Reactions would bring in some new viewers. What do you mean by reactions? Do I need to do a TikTok where I don't want to, where I just do these short videos like about the calendar or about this Kobe code or about the one, just all the stuff I can do. I have about 500 codes in my head that I can just do instantly and then just bang it out. It's got to be summer because I feel like I'm stalling. And Adam, I'm not even going to say the illusion now. Adam don't like stalling. I need to keep going and growing and growing and going and growing. And at this point, I feel like I'm stalling. As of 20 in the live, 16 likes for you, 2016, a huge year. And I don't like that. Even though I'm putting out all this content, I'm stalling. Oh yeah, in regards to the $10, Gabriel, what I'm getting at is the average person in the West. It's not a lot of money, but when it comes to paying for somebody's website like mine, it's like, oh, really? Whereas somebody told me this as well. They said, Adam, it was Jacob. Jacob said, I'm friends with like professional gamblers, people who are betting tens of thousands daily. And he saw what I did. He kept saying, did you get it right again? I was like, yeah. Like, what? Like, I'm going to tell my friends about you. And he actually said they'd be more attracted to you if you were charging your picks for like $500. Like literally, like a stupid amount. They said they'd be more attracted to you. They'd probably invest in you. It's like, because you're doing $10, they don't believe in you. They don't believe in your work. And it is a bit weird like that, isn't it? Some people are weird like that. They believe like the more somebody like artwork. If somebody's charging like $3,000 for a painting, people have it in the head that that painting is actually worth it and worthy of it and better than what it actually is. If you buy a piece of artwork and it's really cheap, you're like, a lot of people have that mindset. TikTok banned me for gematria. Really, Joseph? Wow. So they'll just ban me then? Wow. I personally visit your website to never forget how this world really works. We are bombarded with constant lies. Yeah, that's why I like the website, because it's censorship free and people can express themselves and call out the mainstream. And I don't think we have much longer of doing it either. I think we've got a few years max where someone like me can have a platform. Max. So I need to utilize this platform whilst I have it in the best possible way. That's going to help people before it's too late, without being dramatic. You lasted a week on TikTok. Oh my goodness. We're all shadow banned. That's a fair comment. That's a fair comment. You should ask everyone about your Patreon versus website opinion. People have told me it's pretty much the same. They're delighted with the website. And that's because of you, Gabriel. So it's not that. It's just I think people feel more comfortable signing on to somebody's Patreon than supporting a website. It must be. It's a mentality thing. It's a mentality. I know you don't agree with me, but I think it is. I think if I was on Patreon, if I would have gone and started with Patreon again, which I refused to do for the fact they did me so dirty and stole $3,000 off me and took all my content and gave me no warning. 17 alive, 17 likes. Freemasonry found is 1717, and it's them who no doubt own Patreon. I was like, I ain't going back. Oh, just go back, set up a new one. It's fine. So I ain't going back. I ain't going back to Patreon. And I'm pretty sure if I did, I'd have probably about 250 now. I would have probably just got everyone back. But I'm not going back to that platform ever again for what they did to me and what they're going to do to other people as well. But you do have to question, why me? Why my Patreon and not the other thousands of people doing sports picks? Why was it mine? Because I found God and the other ones haven't. That's it. And my hit rate, maybe. But I don't know if they care too much about people winning money because it's just printed paper. A lot of random pages are scams nowadays. People think Patreon is at least. That's brilliant. That's a great point, Agent D. I think people trust Patreon more than a regular website. And it's way easier to find Patreon. You can't find my website unless I give you a link. Like, unless I give you the exact link, you are not finding theillusion.co. You're just not going to come across it. Whereas with Patreon, type in Patreon, first thing, sign in. That's where he is. It was a clean platform, but a corrupt platform. But it was really user friendly, which my website is, thanks to Gabriel. But I get what you're saying. People trust Patreon more than a website. I agree with that. I know I would have before I realized how disgraceful Patreon is. My pleasure, Adam. As for me, I prefer a website versus anything big tech. No, I think you're spot on. Your website, it's my domain. It's censorship free. There's no third parties. You can actually edit it and modify it, and what we've been working on. Yeah, I think the website's head and shoulders, and I'm trying to warn people on Patreon that you better think about having a website and go to Gabriel. Because if they take you off Patreon, then what? Start looking into it now. We can index the site in all the search engines if you want. That'd be awesome. Spiritual servant and you collabing would be immensely cool. He's like reacting to bad influences and judging, but with righteous judgment and using the word to show you why. I really want to speak to this guy. Do you know him personally? They're the people I want to speak to. Like I told you, when it comes to like gematria, I don't know how much more I can learn about gematria. Studied it intensely. I'd say on average for 8 hours a day over 2 years. I don't know what else people could teach me about gematria. I could learn a lot about astrology and the Bible and Revelation and the periodic table. It's a lot of stuff that I could pick up from people. But when it comes to gematria, I don't know what else or how far I can go with that calculator. I know all this Fibonacci sequence. I know the prime numbers, the square root, the triangular numbers. I'm studying pentagonal numbers now, testing myself. I try and get to like the first 5 and memorize them, and then the next 5. So I don't know if I want to go live with anyone who's just talking gematria stuff. I don't know what they're going to teach me. But if I can go, like, like with Hide and Seek TV, he did no gematria, but his knowledge of scripture was immense. His knowledge of like the movie industry was immense. And then I would back up everything he said with numbers. And he'd go, wow, what? I was like, yeah. And I'm like, wow, what? But then again, speaking to Joseph actually approaches gematria differently to me. He uses different ciphers and has a different way of looking at it. So I did learn from him. But in general, like I don't really want to be doing, like Lobo doesn't do gematria. So he was like, whoa, illusion, man, whoa. And I don't do the stuff he does. I want to be speaking with people where I'm going to learn and they're going to learn from me. Bro, when you read my email, you're going to wish you'd shared it. All right, I'll look now. Where is it? I've got so many email addresses now. There he is. The Satan and Jesus podcast. Can I read? Wait. Do you mind if I read out the email? Can you put up your screen on the live, Adam? No, and I wish I could. Maybe there is a way and I'm just not aware how to do it. I think what some people do, they do lives on their phone. And then as they're live on their phone, they flip their phone around and then look at the screen. Okay, I'm going to read it. Hey, Drunken Boxing. Yeah, but Lobo doesn't use much gematria. Very little. All right. Don't feel bad. I go live holding a cell phone like a clown. That's what I was just saying. You find a way of doing it, but it seems like a pain in the ass. So I'm going to read out. I'll try and read because my eyes are closing. This is Devil's Playground. Bro, I'm about 40 minutes in, and it's taken me an hour to get there. Buffering and effing adverts driving me mad. Anyway, I agree with you regarding Satan, but the Jesus thing is totally wrong. Oh. What's happened to you over the last couple of years is the return of the Christ, my friend. It is the Christ consciousness that returns, not some dude with long hair and a beard. I hope that makes sense to you. Oh, this is going to be controversial. Again, Kanye West says he don't want to talk about Jesus's features. I don't want to get into it in regards to, I think, who they present with Jesus with the long hair and the perfect skin and like the six pack and all that. I'm not sure. I don't believe that is necessarily how Jesus looked. I do believe Jesus walked the earth. So I think we're going to differ there. Not Christ consciousness. I do believe that Jesus is within all of us. The Holy Spirit's within all of us. And obviously, in regards to God, we're basically all connected to God. But I'm not sure that Jesus Christ didn't walk this earth as man and was crucified and resurrected. I actually believe that happened. So I don't have this thing of just Christ consciousness, which I did believe in. I do believe in consciousness, and I believe the more conscious you become, the closer you get to Christ. I get what you're saying, but I do actually believe Jesus did walk the earth as a man. I do. So with stuff like this, it's controversial for people. There's no way of proving it. I'm just saying how I feel at this very moment in my life. The Christ consciousness grid is a real thing. I know where you're getting at with Christ consciousness. I get it. Like I said, if Christ is within you and you get close to Christ through being conscious and aware and a believer, then you get closer to Christ. But to say that he doesn't exist, or he didn't exist, or it's just consciousness, I think that's dangerous. But I get where you're coming from. Who's on 5K? I agree 33 has been hijacked, but still Jesus was real and he's coming back soon. We are in the biblical end of days. I agree with that's why Joseph and I do rarely get along. We always say Jesus is coming. And guys, did you not watch my Aaron Judge video with the 1018 and my Kanye West with the 1018 and Event 201, the 1018, Luke 1018 about Satan? You not see the video I did with Chuck where the basilica was struck by 2 lightning bolts? The day Pope Benedict stepped down, all connected to Satan? Are people ignoring this? Do they ignore it? Do they just believe what they want to believe? Because the information that I'm presenting is pretty sacred when it comes to the numbers. Anyway, a lot of the other stuff I say maybe is opinion, but the 1018 codes, no opinion there. They're there for you. All the other ridiculous codes. I wish people just went back to first ever video of mine. It'd take a long time. If you watch my lives, it'd take a long time to where I am now. And not about look how many things is predicted. Just look at the growth. The growth, and that's come from finding God. Now I'm at my highest level now, but I think I'm going to get even higher. I'm not dismissing the grid. Do you think Jesus was black? Also, do you think he will look different from every person's perspective? If he's from the Middle East, okay, then potentially, and the Bible in regards to the thick woolen hair indicates that may have been black. But again, I'm going to go back to Kanye West. I'm not going to argue about physical features and the color, because it doesn't matter. It's the Spirit. The Spirit has no color. The Holy Spirit has no color. Do I believe the Jesus they present to us is real with the image? No. No, because it's hard to believe anything that's presented to us as truth. It's very hard. You got to find your own truth. The stuff I reveal, I find it. I have to go actively searching and researching it. It's not given to me. Certainly not given to me by the mainstream. So yeah, the Jesus they present in all the churches, is that what he looked like? I'm pretty sure no. No, he didn't look like that. Is there any way of me proving it? No, like there's no way anyone can prove he did look like that. So I try not to waste my time with these debates. But if you want to come at me with the numbers that I back up every single day and call it before events happen every single day, then I'll speak to you. And then I'll prove my point. In regards to what Jesus looked like, I honestly don't care. I just believe that I believe in Jesus. I believe in God Almighty as the creator. I believe Satan's here. And I believe God uses Satan. And I believe Satan uses us to test our spirit. And that's why I stand on it. And that's my truth. If you like it, great. And if you don't, whatever. Yeah, the skin color stuff is ridiculous. Doesn't matter if he's black, white, Asian, doesn't matter. Yeah, like Michael Jackson said, doesn't matter if you're black or white. You want to argue all day about what color Jesus was? Like that makes any difference? That like arguing that point shows that you're spiritually weak. And I'm not having a go at the person who asked the question because you're not arguing with me. The people arguing that point suggest that you're still obsessed with appearance and with race, rather than the actual spirit, which is what it's all about, the Holy Spirit, which I got pumped into me the night before my Patreon got deleted. And that's not a coincidence, is it? Is it? So that was either God that was like, Adam, now's the time to go next level with this. I'm going to push you, because that's, again, true growth comes outside your comfort zone. Or it was Satan and his minions going, right, we need to try and crush this guy. We need to take him out of the game. He's exposing far too much. This is going to hurt him. This is going to really hurt him. He created a family. He made a ton of money. He was doing really well. This is going to hurt him when he wakes up and boom. Part of me smiled. I was like, all right, now we're going. Now it's on. I should have cried. $3,000 gone, guaranteed, pretty much a month. Family of people. Took me 2 years to build it. When I read the email, initially I was like, what? And I tried to sign in. Said it was wrong. So I tried to change my password. And as I tried to change my password, I had an email saying your account's been deleted. I was like, is this serious? Right after I found God, the day after, I felt that spirit in me when I did that video. Kobe Bryant, coronavirus and revelation. That told me we're in a spiritual war. And I believe God wins. That's why I wrote that song. I hope you like it. Because the lyrics, I mean every single word in the lyric, whereas most musicians, they're just singing songs which they didn't write themselves. No color or height for your spirit. Beautiful comment. The most powerful things you can't see: your soul, your spirit, your consciousness. How big's your spirit? You can't measure it. You can feel a person's spirit. You can sense it. You get the energy from it. You can't measure it. It's not like a weighing scale. Okay? So 100% what you just said. 2, who knows? Only Lord knows the day and time. Yep. Simon said exactly, as long as he brings joy to people. That's not Yeshua, forgive if misspelled. Don't worry too much about misspelling as well. People can't handle it when they misspell a word. As long as I can understand what you're trying to say. We've already won this. I agree with that. The battle's already won. Satan's lost, God wins. But you have a choice now because you have free will. Are you going to believe in God or not? It's pretty much that simple. You're going to believe in God or not? I'm trying to lead people to God without forcing them and making them feel inadequate for not believing, because I was a non-believer for 33 years. So I know how it feels. If I've had people who tried to convert me to God before my actual awakening. I was like, can you just stop forcing this upon me? I'm not interested. Very ignorant, to be honest. So I don't force it on people, but there's that 31:19 again, Gabriel. The phone's in 44th prime as I'm talking about this. 1 minute, 1 hour, 21 into it. 11 times 11. Jesus, 11. What a glorious day, Adam. Woo! What a glorious day. Every day is a glorious day. Every single day is a glorious day. Is Kobe dead? The character's dead. I'm beginning to think people like Kobe are these eternal fallen angels. But the character died, which was big. The black mamba, the serpent. But the entity who was Kobe Bryant, I don't think he's dead. I don't think any of us die. Hey, Joey. I'm about to go soon, bro, but good morning to you. Top of the morning to you, Joey. Hope you're well. My throat's going, my eyes are hurting. But yeah, thanks for supporting my website, Joey. I'm just asking people. I got another correct pick. That's 11 out of 11 in baseball. I know you love what I do, Joey, and you're incredibly supportive. So is your beautiful girlfriend. But what can I do differently to make my work better? Yeah, Drunken Boxing, please watch my Myles Garrett video. Please. And it'll blow your head off. So, Joey, I'm going to go in a few minutes. Wait. Can you give me some tips on what I can do differently that might open me up to a different audience? Or is everything I'm doing fine? Our Heavenly Father way so higher than our creator of the heavens and earth. That's nice. Yep. Immortal, animal can be both. Yeah, I do think that I had in my head like they just faked his death. It's bigger than that. But it seems to be bigger. There's got to be a reason why these people get taken off the world stage. Whether the character playing this person dies or not, there's something deep to it. Like it has to be done. So again, is Kobe dead? Is he not? Is the type of question where I'm just wasting my time. I'm trying to think of ways where I'm being productive with what I say in my responses. Is Kobe dead? What if I said no? What's the first response to that? Can you prove it? Can you actually prove it, Adam, that Kobe's not dead? No. Then there, exactly. Can you prove that he's dead? Well, it makes way more sense that he's dead. It was everywhere. Like, why would they do that? And then you're just like, well, because this, and this. Yeah, but that makes no sense. It don't make any sense why they would do that. It's not supposed to make sense. It's supposed to mess your head up. So I'm trying to avoid answering questions like, do you think they died? I just want to back up what I say with the numbers. I'll say, I don't know if they died, but The code indicates that they went on this date, which connects to this. So if they did, it makes sense. Guys, 23 in the live, 20 likes, score of Super Bowl 56, which I called at halftime, 43 total points. And now we have the 2-2-2 for Joseph. You need to look into the numbers in the symbols. Okay. Numbers in the symbols. That's a great call. Okay, I like that. I can do that. I've got to go soon. I'm getting to this point where it's not going to be fun for anybody because I'm not functioning like I usually am. That's how I acted, a bit hurt also with extension, but now I can see the deception and playground. Beautiful. It's hard work, but it's good you see it. Most will never see. Wheats and the Tears video by Mark the Messenger, I highly recommend. Okay. Mark the Messenger. Mark. Because I want to share some of these videos on my website and promote these people. Who do you think will win the Premier League? Man City. And not just because they're the favourite. A lot of people are saying, no, Man City, they're done. Man City, with my code. Win it again. And I'll post it soon. Bengals Rams equals 666. English Sumerian. Wow. Have you learned about the Fibonacci spirals around humans? No, but I will now. Fibonacci. I know the sequence. Fibonacci spirals around humans. Nope, never heard of that, but that sounds incredibly interesting. Mandela effect. Yeah, I've had many people tell me that. I'll do a video on that for people. There you go. I promise you I'll do a video about the Mandela effect by the end of the week. Luke 1018 video was the video YouTube asked me about. Rate 1 out of 5 stars. Like the fallen angels. The stars, I'm not sure. Didn't answer so it wouldn't hurt your video because I always give a like every video of this. Well, thank you so much, Gen85, for doing that. They probably just remove it anyway. I was doing that test today with my son. I was like, I asked Gabriel, a few other people, well, about 20 people. I said, and this is not what I do, begging for likes, please. But I asked so many people, I was like, can you just like it? Because I'm on here now. Just let me see if it comes up. And half of them it did, and it was delayed. The others, it didn't come up. I still don't even think I have 20 likes now. And I message all the 20 people saying, I've just liked it. I've just liked it. So where have they gone? Where have the likes gone? So I did that test. And like for my Kanye West video, which was just unbelievably mind-blowing to have like 300 people watch it. Why? When I do NFL videos, I get thousands and thousands. They don't matter. I've figured this out. I really have figured this out. If I talk about sports, I never ever get limited and I get the most views. When I talk about really in-depth topics, especially about God, no views. And that Kanye West, you might go, oh, you're talking about a rapper, you should get a lot of people. Kanye is so popular. No, but the theme of it wasn't about Kanye. And if I would have done a video saying, Kanye is the greatest rapper alive and here's why. Well, 20,000 views maybe, just through the title itself. But no, because I connected it to 1018, well, with help there from 6079, that find. But all the other stuff was me. 300 people watch it. All that work, all that time, all that energy. But again, I absorbed the knowledge. I acquired it. Whether one person watches it or 50,000, I acquired it and it makes me wiser, which increases my level of discernment. So it's never a waste of time. Bam! You're in for a world of hurt. Magon. Magon. I'm on the run. I'm done. Bam. Yeah, he's getting all his channels removed. But I want to tell Mag, listen, mate, your content's incredible, but the reason you are getting your videos removed is copyright. You literally can't just go and steal somebody's work and then talk over it. You can't. And it's one of the things where they get you. So everyone's saying Mag gets his stuff deleted because his content's so good and he reveals so much, which he does. Best guy on YouTube. But he must get copyrighted every single video. Because it's like, I don't know, sometimes he breaks down TV shows, just talks over them, and YouTube don't want you doing that. They'll, Mag, you're in for a world of hurt. Bam! If you keep doing that. But if he didn't do that, it would be not difficult to watch him, but I love how he presents the video and you see the visual and he talks over it. Without that, can he do what he does? I know he has podcasts. I'll say, like, when I listen to his podcasts, which I could definitely do, which I should do, I really should start doing podcasts. And if you want to listen to extra stuff with The Illusion, then sign up. They're all doing this. Like Steve-O, like all these people do this stuff. I don't know why I don't. All these content creators do this. Maybe I'm limiting myself. But yeah, I listen to Mag's podcasts and I don't get the same energy. It's very mellow in them. But when he has that image that he's discussing, hit him with a bam, bam, orange jacket Freemasonry, bam, coded, effing coded when he starts swearing. And when he goes, the blatant stars for the fallen angels, bam. He repeats, he says the same stuff all the time, and it gets funnier. It seems to get funnier the more videos I watch of him. But his podcasts are not as interesting. Maybe you have a different perception of that. Sadly, most people care about gambling more than truth, knowledge, spirituality, and God. That is a real shame. If I wanted to be the sports guy, right, which I could be easily with my eyes closed, and I just promoted myself as the sports guy, a lot of people have said you should do that. All the other stuff that you're doing, you should just do that yourself in your own time. It said when you go live and when you do YouTube, it should be sports. Just do that, and you know how much money you'll make. Nah, that ain't why I'm doing this. And people like, have a tier for sports, have a tier for entertainment, codes, have a tier for spirituality, have a tier for this. You know how much money you'd make? Nah, I want to give you everything for $10, everything. All my energy. My throat is killing me now. I'm going to wake up with a really sore throat and I'm knackered and I'm still going. And I don't get anything for this live stream, but I'm sharing sacred knowledge. But it's starting to really hurt me now. What's your views on water fasting for spiritual purposes? Same answer I give everybody. I've never fasted, so I can't give you a decent answer there. Everyone I know who's fasted have said it's been a really good experience. Difficult, but good. The movie They Live, Money is God. Yeah. Great movie, by the way. Bro Sanchez goes live for hours with his own podcast platform. I remember watching all your 4-hour lives. If you get a proper setup, would be interesting to watch. Yeah, I think I need like this proper setup at this point now. I think I do. Where, like, guys, and same with Joseph. I go live every day. And every day is like a new topic or a new presentation every day. And I know if I just did it twice a week, and even if I just got rid of YouTube and I did it twice a week, just a podcast, The Illusion Live, and all of that, and I just did it twice a week, I'd probably get more of a following than I have now. So, oh my, yes. I know people like Joey. Joey loves what I do. I'm a big fan of Joey's. I really want to meet this guy. And I know someone like Joey would be like, yes, it's Illusion's Illusion's going live tonight on his podcast. Boom. Probably get all excited about it. But I go live every day. Do you think that's actually detrimental to me? Think about a TV show when it's I always bring up The Inbetweeners. The Inbetweeners, when it first came out, it was one episode once a week for like 40 minutes. And when it finished, I was like, oh, I want to watch the next one. I had to wait a week. And I was so excited for it. The whole week, I was like, oh, 2 more days to The Inbetweeners. Do you think with me, with what I'm doing on a daily basis, is actually negative for me? Am I doing too much? Where it's like, oh, it's gone live again. Chloe said to me, she was like, oh my God, she loves All My Lives. Chloe from Ireland, beautiful girl. And an amazing poet. We were exchanging poems today. And she was like, I'm just catching up with all your lives. There's so many of them. I can't keep up. And I think maybe I'm doing too many. I think maybe you need 2 or 3 days off from me. And then here he is. Oh, finally, there he is. But I think I'm doing it too often at this point. That's why you're getting no traction. Very possibly, yeah. Be more strategic. When you give advice like be more strategic, be more specific, please. When people say like be more strategic, be more creative, it's like, okay, how? How do I be more creative? Instead of just saying be more creative or be more strategic, give me an example, bro, of what you mean by strategic. I'd appreciate it. Less videos means more beach time, baby. Yeah, exactly. I've earned this free time where I could be at the beach, which I do. I go quite often. But I'm at a point where I think I'm going live too much, where it's overwhelming people now. Maybe 1 every 2. I don't want to be the guy who I'm going to go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I don't want to be that guy because I'm spontaneous. But remember the other day I did 3 lives in 1 day. Spent about 8 hours talking to a screen. 3 times in 1 day. And everyone like, wow, it's so good. But it's a lot, innit? I know I'll never run out of things to say because there's always something new going on in this world. Go the setup, get a format that feels like it suits you. Okay, perfect. I kind of have it already, though, to an extent. Sit back, do research on other channels. Brilliant. There you go. Brilliant advice. I need to start looking at other channels and see how they present the work and maybe start reading the comments. See what people like. I like that. Thank you. Bosentius TV. Okay, I'm going to message that person if I can. The worst thing is when people find out gematria and fake sports, they try it, lose money, give up, and after a while they forget sports are fake and still cheering on the teams. That's a brilliant example. That's why my that's why I try and make my codes as undeniable as I can and get a really high hit rate. Mainly for that. And it's not always about winning people money. It's like, but I've told you, if I'm 99% at the end of the month, they're going to call out the game that I got wrong. And that one game will tell them that gematria doesn't work. So I'm past all of that. That's why I went beyond sports with this work, because sports can get you so far. Can get you so far to the point where, what about me in my last 13 picks? I'm 12 out of 13. But I said I have a slight lean for Germany to lift the trophy, a slight lean. And did you see the hate I got in the comments from some people? Loads of positive comments. You saw in the live. You promised me Germany would win. You don't know what you're doing. You're a fraud. It's like, I'm 12 out of my last 13 picks. But you're always going to bring up that one. When I said in the live, this whole live is about showing you why these 2 teams are playing each other. So it makes me think there's no point me doing these lives before giving you my prediction, which is all it is. Because when I'm right, which is nearly all the time, is, yeah, nonsense. This guy don't know what he's doing. He don't know what he's doing. And it's like, all right, I don't need to do these lives and give you my predictions, because you'll remember the one or two I get wrong. So yeah, with sports, you're exactly spot on with that. People come across gematria and they're interested. It happened to my really close friend Christian Leluga. At the beginning, he dismissed it. Then I was really like showing him the knowledge, and then I was winning him a lot of money. And then I think he lost back-to-back bets, despite winning, I don't know, 9 in a row. He lost back-to-back bets from my picks. Told me I was a bullshitter, a liar, I'm gone insane, I'm a fraud, I'm just taking people's money. And then he came back asking for picks again. And I said, no, I ain't ever giving you a pick again. So that, wow, thank you so much, Duncan Boxing. Means a lot. Good on you, mate. Onwards and upwards. I love that expression. Yeah, onwards and upwards. Brilliant. Thank you for that. Means a lot. I'll go towards paying my parking at the sushi place. So cheers. Premier League last day live was awesome. Thank you. I got a lot of love for that. With something like that, I'll do, where I can just go, all right, there's been a goal here, and I'll go, all right, who scored? Who scored? Son. All right. Okay, so he got his 23rd goal 23 days before his birthday. Okay, sure he did. In the 9th minute, and 23 is the 9th prime. All right, there you go, son. There you go, mate. That's why you scored. I like doing that. I can just bam, 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 bam. Yeah, it is fun doing it. People said every Premier League weekend I should be doing that. They said that you should make a few picks, put it out there, tell people and say, hey, this is what I think, this is what I see, bet responsibly, although people say, you promised me this team. So listen to how I word things. And they're like, you should do that. Every time like there's like 5 or 6 games on like Premier League on a Saturday at 3 o'clock England time, just go live and break it all down. And people are going to love you for it. But again, I might get 3 out of 5 or 4 out of 5 or 2 out of 3. They're going to say, you called, I don't know, let me think of a team in the Premier League. You called Everton to win and they got beat 4-0. God, I'm never going to watch your video again. It's like, what? And the other 2 or 3 games, that was perfect. And I called the score in 2 of them. Yeah, but you said Everton. Oh my goodness. Woo. Woo. Hey, Divine Feminine Living UK. There you go. I don't know how many kisses I gave you then. Probably 9, number of completion. Oh, for fun, you're gone. You're gone. That's Amani Anani's. Come back. I thought he was gone. Wow, that's the first time in about be yourself. Thank you, Scotty. I am always myself. But I still want to do a bit of market research to see what people like about what I do and what they don't like and what I can improve upon. That's a good sign of a businessman, isn't it? I don't want to just burn out doing the same thing day in, day out, even if it is mind-blowing. Unbelievable, Jeff. Unbelievable. Wow, my stomach's hurting. Always after sushi. I think I ate too much. People are negative by nature, so of course they will go at you for one wrong prediction. That's true. People can't take responsibility as well. So I should just take it, shouldn't I? Whatever. I know my worth. So if people do want to come at me, I should just let them. Say, hey, I'm just putting out content. It's up to you, whatever you do with it. Whatever you want to do with the content I put out is your choice. And that includes picks. Again, 16 out of 22, 74%. Well, that's not you've got to be getting at least 99 for me to even consider your work to be high level. Really? My goodness. Love water. Positive or negative, it still helps the algorithm. Yeah, but bro, the whole algorithm with someone like me, let's be honest, does it make much difference? If they're shadow banning me, which they are, like this whole algorithm thing, well, I thought that, like, that's why people are, just hit the like on the illusion, more people are going to come across his work. Is it real that, or is that just what they've told us? If they're going to shadow ban me, they're going to shadow ban me. They're going to limit me. I want to do a test where, like, I'm in like a classroom or an auditorium, and I'm like, guys, I'm going to go live, and after 3 seconds, I want you all to hit the like button, and just to check if all these likes come through, or if they don't. I'd love that test. The best one is when I was at the beach, and there was eight people, I think, that signed up to my page, and I checked my analytics and I lost 1 sub. I laughed and I wanted to punch my screen. And people were like, no, just wait. I was like, no, it's instant. And then I checked it. I was like, wait, no. And I saw that I was next to them. I saw them hit it. I was like, this is just not a waste of time. But what if people are doing this? What if they're subbing and then they just take the number off me? They must be. I know they are. I'm glad that there's more people appreciating Joseph's work. That's great. All right. Okay, so Mag Bit of Truth, Bobby Zines, Donut, Joseph again, Devil's Playground again, Monk Made Maniacs, Arcex, Lobo again, Shorter Videos, Attractive Theme, Spiritual Servant, Bo Sanchez TV, Study Numbers in Symbols, Mark the Messenger, and do a video about the Mandela Effect, and Fibonacci spirals around humans. It gives me a lot to work on, although tomorrow I'm coaching most of the day and teaching English. But all right, thank you. Cheers. And thank you for supporting my work, especially those who are on my website. I really am grateful to all of you. Cheers, Gabriel, mate. You are the person I'm most grateful for right now in my life, I would say, for what you did for me at this point. So I appreciate you, brother, for setting up this website and giving me so much of your time, energy, and expertise and motivation. So cheers, mate. I really, I'm grateful. Great work, Adam. Thank you, Bib. My sleth. Thank you. Go on, Adam. Love your work too. Oh, I love your energy. Divine Feminine Living UK. I love it. Always positive, with the bone, with the arm, all the time. I can feel it. And I can tell you're smiling right now. All right, I'm off with a big old bam. No, I can't finish like that. Steal his catchphrase. Always great to hear your work. Thank you, Anna. Take care. Please share my work if you can. I know Lady Hawk always shares my work. Thank you, Lady Hawk. Adam Gillis. Woo! I can't go loud. The throat's killing. Maybe too many woos. All right. Good night. God bless. Much love. God wins.